back to Hot Take Sports episode 133, I think. Oh, man, it has been a week in sports, to say the least. Leo, how's it going?
Doing pretty good.
All right.
Looking like DJ Burns over there.
Who's What'd you say?
Said you're looking like DJ Burns over there.
Oh, dude, I was cooking last night. Let me tell you something. Got called in for high water at 10. Didn't get home till 1. Then went in today. Ooh. But yeah, it was good overall. I don't know how I'm energized, but maybe it's all this fullness of joy. I don't know. Maybe. So, Clayton, how you doing?
I'm having a day. Not gonna lie, having a day. I've had a very, very different sort of day related to ROTC, but you know what? We're moving past it. I won. That's all that needs to be said. Richard, how you doing?
Pretty good. Worked for the Mud Hens game this morning. Got to work for the Walleye game after this. So, just a day in life filled with work, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be good for you.
Yeah.
Builds character. Hey, Matt.
It's built a lot of character over the last 2 weeks.
That's good. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Chill day. First day back from Easter break. But yeah, nothing too
Y'all
crazy.
Get Easter break?
Yeah, we got Friday and Monday off.
Oh, bro, imagine.
Yeah, dude, that's what happened to me. Too many chocolate eggs.
Are you sure you didn't just straight up eat the Easter bunny?
You would need to eat like 14
you
Easter
need to
bunnies.
Eat the Easter
I would
bunny
need a lot of
his
meat
friends.
to get this thing to shape up. Had a
Need
lot of Cadbury eggs.
All right, where do we want to start?
I don't know. Looks
Do we
like
go...
you got all the stuff you want to talk about over there. So what do you want to do first?
I've got some sports tidbits I wanted to make sure I brought up throughout the episode. Do we want to
Go for
start
it.
with baseball?
Let's start with baseball, yeah.
Do a little 1 week into the season report kind of thing?
Sure.
Sell the team, Dolan.
Dang, that was quick.
Yeah, what he said.
But the guards are doing fine, I guess. We haven't really been tested. I think we went 3-1 against the A's, and we've split so far against the Mariners. They are actually playing right now, I think.
I was gonna say, I think
over
it's
in
just about to
Seattle.
start.
So we just gotta wait and see, you guys. This season's so much unknown because of how young our team is, and that's been kind of the theme since COVID. So we'll see. Not worried. Richard, what do you think of the guards?
J ran double.
Oh, that was my first point. I mean, yeah, like Clayton said, long season, young team. It's gonna have to kind of wait and see, but we had one of our best offensive starts in franchise history. Granted, we started with 4 games against Oakland. That's neither here nor there. We've still played well both games of the Seattle series. We lost 5-4, but then we won last night 5-2. So like the runs are still getting put up. Tyler Freeman does not look lost in center field, and the bat is definitely playing, especially hitting 5-hole. I'm happy with it. Bieber looks like he did when he won the Cy Young in 2020. In 12 innings, he has 20 strikeouts and is not allowed to run yet. I'm pretty happy with it.
That's insane.
Right now, my biggest worry is the bullpen. They've been very hit and miss.
Feel that.
I think that's a little bit of an understatement, but we can roll with that.
Eli Morgan looks a little rough. It wouldn't surprise me if he eventually finds Columbus. But we also have 5 separate relievers on the injured list right now, so it happens.
Just a lot of unknown. Too early to tell, really, for much with our team. Matt, weekend, cards.
Yeah,
how we living?
Could have been worse. We won a game against the Dodgers, which frankly didn't expect to. And we already won the series against the Padres, which I didn't expect us to win a game against them either. So, we'll see. I wouldn't say in the same spot as you guys, but I mean, we're in a similar mindset. Like nobody really knows how the season's supposed to go because we could be good. We've got MVP candidate type guys. We've got an ace who's still hurt that was in the Cy Young running. Like we definitely have the chance to be good, but after last season, it's hard to, set super high expectations. Didn't start the season off too great. The entire team batted a whopping 0 after day 1, except for Paul Goldschmidt, who was batting .750 on his own. That was an interesting first day. But they've been solid ever since. Contreras, I think, has 2 home runs already this season, so that's cool. And still waiting on some guys to come back from the IL. So,
Sure.
yeah, so far, so good. Pretty happy. I do have an interesting tidbit in my little list here. On
Hit me.
opening day, the White Sox were the only team not to make it past first base.
Been there.
Really?
Yeah. 9-inning
Huh.
game. Never made it past first base as a team.
That's a good thing.
Wild.
I'm tired.
I knew
I
they
think
were
I picked the
bad, but-
Padres to win the World Series every year preseason since we've started this podcast.
Yes.
Jeez.
Breaking a trend, boys. I'm not doing it anymore.
Attaboy.
Good.
Smart.
Make me want to like smash my head in a car door.
Actually,
'Cause
Clint,
by the-
you should
By the
pick-
middle of the year, they're always so mid. And it's just like, eh.
I think the Pirates are 6-0. They're 5-1 or 6-0, which really makes me laugh.
No, that's crazy.
It's the stadium, man.
Bro, the stadium's fire. I love it.
It is. Leo,
They're fine.
Mr. Rain Delay. How about
Yeah,
them
they are
Reds?
on a rain delay. So far so good. I mean, pretty much what I expected. Our bullpen against the Nationals, we won the 3-game set with Washington. We won 2-1, but we should have won all 3 in my opinion. I mean, our bullpen came in on the second game and crapped their pants. Our closer Alexis Diaz came in with 1 guy on, 1 out, and he ended up loading the bases, and then he hit somebody, and then they came in, tied the game. And then we had to rely on former Rocky, Brent Suter, to get us out of the jam. He proceeded to let them hit a sac fly so they would get a 1-run lead, and then the final end up, they won by that 1 run. So that was interesting. Come over here to April. We won game 1 in Philadelphia, which was massive. Shout out Spencer Steer with his grand slam. That was cool. And then last night, Brett Suter just ended up getting crapped on by Bryce Harper. Bryce Harper was 0 for 10 before that game last night, and he finished last night with 3 for 4, and all 3 of them were home runs, and one of them included a grand slam.
So you're telling me he hit a hat trick and had a meme Hall of Fame nomination? Crazy. The clip of him doing a cartwheel into the dugout.
Oh, yeah, from a
and the
couple days
ball
ago,
landing
yeah.
3
Oh,
feet before.
Yeah,
that was
funny.
crazy.
That was funny.
So funny.
But yeah, our bullpen is only our main issue right now. I mean, our bullpen's
I
either
need
been
a
hit or miss.
compilation of Bryce Harper just absolutely fails. There has to be a lot of them. Sorry. Continue.
But the only reason we won in 10 extra innings the first night in Philadelphia was because our bullpen held them scoreless until the 10th inning when they just got 1 sac fly RBI. Okay. And then shocker. But and then today we're just on a rain delay. It'd be huge if we could win this series in Philly. That'd be huge because Philadelphia for the past 2-3 years has been a deep playoff team. So that would be nice for at least the young guys that we have to boost their morale and confidence before we go play the 0-4 Mets back at home. And then we go and play in conference play next week. Well, 2 weeks then against the Brewers. Yeah.
Divisional.
Clayton.
Whatever.
Okay.
Clayton, our team's absolutely rolling right now.
Really?
Yeah, we're up
Be
3-0, and Bo Naylor just reached on a drop third strike.
Heck yeah, there we go.
It's a good start.
Oh, guys, I do have kind of a fun story from opening day. So I was at downtown last Thursday night. It's a bar in downtown Bowling Green. And sports bar, right? There's TVs everywhere. March Madness is on, baseball opening day. We watched one of my friends win $300 off of the Rangers walk-off.
Oh, you love to
That's
see it.
crazy.
It was so much fun in person. Everybody was going ballistic.
Isaac won
It was a
some
good
money
time.
off of that too, didn't he?
I
Was
think
that-
like
was that
50.
that
I
day?
think he bet on the New York Rangers,
Oh, that might have been it.
or he might have bet on both. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I know nothing about it.
I think that was opening day when he made some money. I don't remember. Not important, but yeah,
It wasn't $300 worth, but yeah.
not quite.
He was
So
at-
drinks were on him, is what I heard.
He was at him up there.
He's not paying attention. Anyways,
You heard Frozen. I don't know which one.
I know. I thought it was frozen, and then I saw his eyes.
I wasn't paying attention. My fault. I was trying to look something up.
I said drinks were on him then.
What? No, unfortunately, I had. What did we have to wake up for? We had to wake up for something. I had to wake up for a base visit. So, one beer, watch some baseball, called her good.
Fair enough.
Adulting. Quality.
Adulting. That's the life.
But what I wanted to look up was the record of the White Sox because this same friend lost out on a $70 parlay last night because the Braves lost to the White Sox to give the White Sox their first win.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
hey.
That's
Any given
just
day
a
of
tough
baseball,
look,
man.
man.
Mm-hmm.
That's about as bad of a beat as you can possibly imagine.
I saw.
But gentlemen, I don't think we did this preseason, so we're a week in. Let's get it. World Series champs. Let's do it. Richard, let's start with you.
It's really tough because
Don't give the easy answer.
Good pick.
I'm not going to. I am
Good.
absolutely terrified that this is the year of number 28. I really hope it's not because I hate the Yankees so much. But
Nah, they'll fall apart. Don't worry about it.
Soto and Judge together.
They'll fall apart with injuries.
They've started off really well.
Hey, this isn't a explain yourself answer. You just got it. Just pick a team, big dog.
You're gonna pick the Reds, all right?
No.
He's allowed to explain himself.
But I think I'm gonna take the
Goddamn,
Phillies.
write an essay over there.
The Phillies have made back-to-back championship series appearances. I like the direction the team's going. I think I'm going to pick the Phillies.
Thanks, because now I can pick the Dodgers. Nope. Cards, guards. It's happening. This is the year.
All right, I'll buy that.
I wouldn't buy that. I'd sell high. I'm gonna go Braves.
That's selling low. There's no money in that.
I'll go Braves.
Braves are a good choice. I'm just gonna go with the Phillies. I think they're a fun team to watch, I guess. And I feel like you can't really always say that about baseball teams. Like you can go to a Phillies game and like you're gonna see like quality guys out there. So why not? I'll pick the Phillies. Sure.
I like the Braves and Phillies for sure. And of course, everybody likes the Dodgers to win the World Series this year because they're stacked. So
Sure.
Clayton, it's not very often that you and I agree on the take, especially not when it comes to baseball.
All right.
No,
Go
I'm here
on.
for it. I like it. We don't do it very often.
no, you both said the Phillies.
Oh, I thought that you were gonna like add something like completely
no.
wild behind that. I'm like, oh no.
No. We both pick the Phillies. We're
I
on the
just-
same page today.
I in good conscience, I cannot say that the Dodgers are gonna win because that's a cop out. And I refuse to pick the Yankees to win anything. So
Exactly.
That's hard to argue.
but does anybody have any final baseball stuff?
Stephen Kwan hit a ball over 400 feet.
I know. I thought
That's
that hell would
crazy.
freeze over before that happened.
He was also the second team home run of the year, which was even crazier.
And you know who doesn't look bad? Victor Scott.
Yeah.
Not a bad start.
Stolen bases machine.
Stolen some bases, gotten some hits, couple little hustle double the other day. Not bad. Better than I expected for somebody who never played AAA. So see if it continues. It's early, but
Guys, just
Conversation.
in, important news. Because this has kind of been going around. I don't know how much you guys have seen on this. Louisiana bans prop bets on college players starting August 1st.
Yeah, I just got
I
that.
thought that was getting banned everywhere.
No, not yet. It's going to be a state-to-state thing,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
like most of sports betting is. But
Ohio was
Okay.
like one of the first ones to roll it out, I think, right?
to what?
I think Ohio was one of the first ones to roll that out, right?
Is it ruled out in Ohio? Can you not bet on player props?
I don't know if it's out yet, but I know like
I thought starting next fall you weren't allowed to.
yeah, I was gonna say I was
Okay,
pretty sure
that makes
DeWine was
sense.
like one of the first people to start that up.
I really don't have a problem with that, to be honest. Like, they're
No.
kids.
I mean, yeah, there's only a couple people that you're actually going to be betting on, and that's like top quarterbacks in college football, top players in college basketball. But that opens the door for so many like people sending death threats. Like, because we see it so much in pro sports that like athletes will like take a screenshot of their DMs. It's like, you effing blankety blank, you ruined my parlay. It's like they don't care about your parlay.
No,
they're,
they don't.
They're gonna laugh at you just like the rest of the world. Nobody cares. Sorry, dude. Don't put your rent if don't play with what you can't afford to lose. That's how betting works.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyways, Get off my soapbox real quick.
I think it's time. Speaking of college sports, though, I think it's time we move into the tournaments.
You just look frozen.
I'm vibing, bro.
You've just been sitting there,
He's so
arms
he's
resting
gotta be so
on
warm
your
right
stomach.
I thought about taking it out mid pod, but I'm going to do it at the break.
You look so warm right now.
I am content.
Are
We're
your
gonna
arms
look
comfortable?
Right
Leo's
now,
gonna be
my
a
arm-
slave. He's just gonna be.
No, if I don't look like this in like 50 years, there's something wrong with me. That means I didn't like the pies, the steaks, the everything.
Hear me out.
No.
Try exercising a little.
No. You're telling
You want to look like that?
71-year-old me to go exercise?
No, it's the 50 years before that you should have, so you don't look like that.
No. I'll be all right.
All right. Whatever makes you happy, big dog.
These pillows make me happy right now.
All
So
right.
yeah, college basketball.
Men's or women's? Which one are we gonna
Men's.
go to?
Let's start with men's.
Yeah.
All right. What was even the first game? Was Alabama Clemson first?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
the
So-
old football rivalry game, college basketball edition.
Yeah, that was kind of interesting. Like,
That
I
was
didn't even
weird.
think about that till like I think you put it in the group chat. It's like this isn't supposed to happen on the basketball court.
Usually,
It was a fun little game. All of the Elite Eight games were fun little games, though.
Yeah.
They were, but I was watching the Alabama Clemson game. Obviously, Alabama only won by 7. They won 89-82. But like it never felt like Clemson was gonna come back after they made like a 15-2 run or something like that, middle of the first half, I think, and then gave up like a 10 or 12-0 run after it. And after that, it felt like they never were coming back. Even they got within like 3 or 5 points, never felt like they were actually like taking the game over. I don't know. Maybe that was just me, but
Yeah, it
you
definitely
didn't watch
felt
any of
like
it. You were kind of busy.
Yeah, it definitely felt like it was just going to go Alabama's way. I don't know, just something about watching Clemson basketball be a thing just didn't sit well with me. So that's fine with me with Alabama because Alabama was pretty good when Colin Sexton was there.
All I have to say is that I correctly predicted Alabama beating North Carolina. That's about it. That was about the only good my bracket had.
I'd like to say last podcast I predicted that NC State would win. So smile.
I'm so excited for that matchup.
Dude, DJ Burns is a dog. He carried, dude. His drop step spin move, literally, it's the same move every time. But apparently, Filipowski for Duke didn't know how to do that.
Bro
Didn't know how to just like slide to the right.
So many people were like his draft stock just tanked after
Yeah.
that game.
Some dude made
I
a
hope it
highlight
did.
reel of how bad it was, and then someone commented, he's like, "What do you mean DJ Burns is going up?" One guy commented, he goes, "Are you special?"
Going up to the NFL, maybe.
Yeah. All the interest for offensive tackle.
Yeah, seriously.
I saw that
He's
stuff
got
on
feet,
April
man.
1st, and I was like, if I see it on
It's
April
real.
2nd, I'll believe it.
Exactly. Yeah. I was really sad. I didn't get to watch that game. I was hanging out with family. Didn't have the game on. But I need to go back and watch the highlights of it because that game was crazy.
Yeah.
It was a fun little game. I watched it. I was on a base visit last Friday night, and I watched it at the base.
That's cool.
It was fun.
Connecticut, Illinois. Connecticut went on a 30
30-0 run. Because it was, what would you say? It was like
It was
25?
23. I think it was 23-23 at one point.
Yeah.
And then like looked up 5 minutes later, it was 43-23. I'm like, oh, huh. And then it kept going. I was like, holy cow.
Yeah. UConn's very good.
And Alabama doesn't stand a shot against them,
No.
right?
And honestly, whoever gets into the final is not looking great for them
No.
either.
But like Purdue has Zach Edey, so they have something that might give UConn fits
Yeah.
because they don't have anybody that big.
But that's if Zach Edey beats the GOAT DJ
If
Burns.
he gets past DJ Burns, NC State has something. They have DJ Burns, who's a big dude.
They have a lot
Gotta
of
be tough to guard.
They had one kid, like his final stat line was 8 points, like 19 rebounds and 2 assists. I'm like,
Yeah,
who the
Dennis Rodman out
Draymond-
there.
Somebody was trying to tell me that NC State could absolutely beat UConn, and I was like, "What? Literally, what?
They're hot, man.
Dude,
They
I don't
have
know.
the
They've
power
won-
of friendship, Brady. That's all they need.
haven't they won like
I guess,
9
but I
straight
mean,
now?
When you beat
Something
like
like
the
that.
second best offense in the league after, I mean, like a 30-0 run definitely didn't help Illinois, but like you still kicked the living tar out of them. Like, yeah, what are you gonna do to stop it?
They have beaten Duke 3 times in March, though.
All right, yeah.
Utilize the
beat
power
them
of
to
friendship.
end the
Brady.
regular
That's what you
season.
do.
And then beat them in the conference tournament, and then beat them in the Sweet, or just the Elite Eight. So
That's the funniest part about sports is sometimes teams just have your number.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Like it really is that simple.
Yeah.
but it's so hard to beat a team twice, let alone 3 times.
In a
And
month.
for them never to figure out a solution for that is wild. I don't know who the heck is coaching over at Duke now, but that's brutal.
Coach K wouldn't have let that happen. Just saying.
No.
Coach K definitely
Would
wouldn't
have
have let
brought
that
some
happen.
freshman up off the red shirt and said, "Go take his knees out."
Yeah.
No, he would have just coached them properly.
Yeah, I know. I'm kidding. You're right. He definitely would have found something. Because
Yeah.
man's a genius. But I guess Purdue, Tennessee is the only one we haven't talked about.
Eh.
Zach E was a freaking monster. 40,
Yeah.
20 games, I would have, or 40
Yeah.
and 16.
He had 40 and
Dominated.
16.
I picked Tennessee. My back.
Well,
really
that's
pushed it and stuff.
unfortunate.
No one asked. Anywho,
Damn.
I'm just kidding, Brady.
I don't even remember.
Yeah,
who I had.
okay, Potbelly.
Oh, I had Houston.
Mine's not natural.
Hey,
Yours, on the other hand.
Yeah. mine's not- it's the worst.
Wow.
It's the worst. one
Neither's
to-
mine, so leave me alone, big guy.
Well, okay.
It's
Neither
a
way.
pillow.
You're a staple.
It's a belly. It's a pillow belly. See? We
No
knew
way.
each other.
That's a bad. We should get
Go
a bad
out.
for that.
yeah,
Sam?
yeah, bad.
Give me the
Yeah.
bad.
Give
I'm
me the-
Moving
at-
on.
Now.
Final 4 matchups, gentlemen.
What?
Final 4 matchups. Who do we have in the championship? I think we have UConn, Bama, and then Purdue versus the power of
NC State.
friendship. Brady, who you got?
I'm gonna take UConn over Purdue. I think the power of friendship stops when Zach Edey says hello.
Matt?
It's corny as
I hate to agree with him, but yeah, I think this one's gonna play out. It's gonna be that one dumb year, like I said before the tournament even started. This is that dumb year where like the top seeds just make it. I think Purdue was number 2 overall. Maybe North Carolina was. I don't remember. But UConn was obviously number 1 overall, and they're going back to back.
Purdue was 1.
They're A1 seed.
Yeah.
but
Oh, you meant overall for that side of the
Yeah.
bracket. Got you.
yeah. I mean like the total tournament.
Okay.
Because UConn was the number 1 overall
Yeah,
seed.
I know
I
what
can't
you
remember.
mean. now,
Purdue
yeah.
was 2 or 3. Because I think
Smell-
Houston was.
I'm smelling what you're stabbing at
Yeah,
you.
Purdue was. Anyways, they're 1 seed. You get the idea. I'm with Richard.
All right, NC State's definitely going to wallop Purdue. It's going to be like a 20-point dub. Zach Edey's going to go home crying to his mama, wishing he stayed a pitcher. Y'all saw the tape. Everyone saw the tape.
I'm taking
You're
that
a-
crap 950
Dude,
dead center. if
Dude,
he
that
pitches
thing's
me
going
like that.
1080 all the way to Africa and back.
The thing ain't coming in fast enough to go out
Are
there.
you kidding me? Like 6'11" tree out there. I would JFK his kneecap with that changeup he was throwing. 64 miles an hour. Are you kidding me? Yeah, gone forever. Aaron Hernandez all over the place. Zach Edey's going to goose egg foul out in 5 minutes. I'm trying to take a straight face over here, and you two are losing your shit right now.
That's because you're making fun of his 64 changeup, and my fastball is 63.
Well, yeah, he's
Like,
6'11".
and
know
I
he's
was the
got more
number
velo
2
for-
pitcher on our team.
Bro was 6'11", bringing that thing from Mars, and he could only throw at 64.
No, you're
Are
right.
you kidding?
You're right. The fact that he was,
Like, yeah.
the fact that his body couldn't even get it up to 80 is crazy. But like,
That's
he's
intimidating,
still
too.
Cooking us.
That's not the
Like
point.
seeing a 6'11" body out there. I'm walking into the batter's box like, well, this is it.
Yeah.
Like this
I'm
is
dying. Then he's gonna throw
Yeah.
that meatball down the middle. Where like, are you kidding?
The only problem is you got to match the line of like the angle coming in, and that ball's coming in from freaking
Yeah.
I'm a
sky
high ball
high. I'm
hitter,
looking at it going,
sign
is
me
this
up.
a curveball?
No.
Hey,
I'm gonna be
it's the
looking.
Kyle Schultz curveball. It's the Kyle Schultz.
I'm gonna be looking
Yeah,
up.
but he's in a straight line. He's going this way.
Either way, you gotta swing up at it.
All right, last thing
Yeah.
about it. Last thing about it. I'm gonna be looking at that thing like, God, is it a change up fastball? What's happening right now? You see it better than me right now.
The
got-
sky is falling.
right.
The sky.
Anywho, back on it. NC State's just gonna roll all the way through. DJ Burns triple double in the championship. UConn's gonna lay goose egg for the first time in this tournament, and NC State's gonna win.
Taking the double-digit seed to win the tournament. Is double-digit seed ever won the tournament? No,
No,
definitely
I
hasn't.
No,
think the lowest is like a 7, maybe.
That's
that's
what
what
I
I
was
want to happen so badly in my beings, but deep down I know UConn's gonna win. So, yeah.
Hey.
baby.
But that's why we are Hot Take Sports.
Yeah.
Go Wolfpack.
And it is getting hot in here. Let me tell you, this pillow is just insulating all the radiating heat that I got right now.
And now you know how Brady and Isaac feel on a daily basis.
I go, what'd you say?
Now you know how Brady and Isaac feel on a daily basis.
Big dog.
I'll get that warm.
Anyways, Clayton, who you
Told
got?
me that whole time.
Give me NC State over UConn. Why not? Like,
Why not?
why not?
Full
It'd be
send.
fun. It'd be fun.
They've made it this far. It can
So I
happen.
didn't tell you guys this because I wanted to wait till we were on the pod. But before the Sweet 16, I had a bunch of free money. So I put $1 on NC State to win it all. And if I win, this $1 will earn me $91.
Sheesh.
What is that? That's got to be
So-
like what? Plus
Plus
9,100?
900.
If it's just a,
Something like that. It was something ridiculous.
I think 9,
No,
10.
plus 900 would be
$9.
$9.
Oh, yeah.
$1
yeah,
for
right.
$9 should be plus
I
9,000.
think plus 9,100, I think is what it was.
Yeah.
But worth it. I'll do it. I'd do it again. So we're going to will it into existence. The power of friendship will prevail.
I hope so, man. I'm cheering for Burns.
Plus, I know somebody that goes to NC State, so that'd be kind of fun.
How generous of you.
Yeah.
So you knocked out a second time. That doesn't work. Knock it a third time.
It's because I talked about it, you nut. Give him a bad. Are you kidding me right now?
I got nothing here.
Matt and I've had a lot worse conversations that could have resulted in a bad than that one. We had like a 5.
I wasn't even saying that was bad. That was
I
just
didn't even
stupid.
understand
Like I knocked it twice because he brought it up and then I brought it up.
Yes, one for each. That
That's
makes
why it was a
sense.
double knock.
So, anyways, the coolest part about the Final Four.
Bare knuckle in Florida. I'm so ready for it.
All right.
Give me 3
The
months.
coolest part is that there's actually 2 teams that are both in the Final Four in both men's and women's in NC State and UConn for the first time ever. I think it was the first time two team or a team. You can do it. I think it was the first time
There you
ever in the Elite Eight too.
That's
that
possible.
both the men's and women's teams from a school had made it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I did
so I
see
thought that was
that.
pretty interesting.
They're on opposite sides of the bracket in both, right?
Yes. He said with a question mark.
I haven't even watched women's basketball.
Yes. Because
the Big
Iowa
12
plays UConn. So Caitlin Clark versus Paige Beckers, which
Oh,
is going to
okay.
be fire.
Paige
And then
Big
the South
Cooker.
Carolina versus NC State, which I assume South Carolina will run through NC State, but I don't know.
Yeah. See, Leo, I haven't watched college basketball either, but 12.9.
You know what
million
else is
people
really
watched
funny?
Watched LSU Iowa. last
That
night.
was the average, was in the
That was
12
the
millions. It
average.
peaked at over 16.
Yeah, Shaq
was
smoking
insane.
crack though.
What were you gonna say, Clayton?
Ain't no way that Angel Reese is the best player to come out of LSU. He said that
Best athlete, not
that's
player.
the best
athlete.
Best
I'm taking
athlete?
Shaq over her still.
Shaq came out of LSU. Joe Burrow came out of LSU.
Justin Jefferson came out of
Justin
LSU.
Jefferson
Yeah,
came out
I'm
of
taking.
LSU.
I'm taking like
I'm thinking Jenos.
name
Bullshit.
every male athlete right now.
All right, that's crazy.
That's a lot of male
Wow.
athletes.
I'm just saying, like long run, what's she gonna make? She's making more money now in college than she will in the WNBA.
You're right. Probably.
She could be the best athlete all she wants, but long run, not a lot of people are gonna go watch the WNBA.
Yeah, but it's,
It's
not
no
based,
disrespect, but it's
this
just
isn't
the,
based
it's
on
the
money
honest
making.
truth
It's
of the
just based
answer.
on being an athlete. And she's insane. I mean,
She's
that's for
good,
sure.
but not the best one to come out of LSU.
I would almost argue that the 2019 LSU college football team might be the best college football team ever.
No, I agree.
I would agree with that
It's a,
team.
it's a pretty good argument. Yeah.
Like,
you can make a case.
Jefferson.
There was
Jefferson.
just so much NFL talent there.
Mm-hmm.
like a lot of people will make the argument for that Tim Tebow Florida team, which
Yeah.
That was another good team loaded with NFL talent.
Shout out Aaron
also
Hernandez.
definitely. I don't think we should shout him out on this podcast. So, anyways, back to the women's tournament. Clayton, you watched the Iowa LSU game, right?
I watched a little bit of it. I went to bed a little earlier last night. But before we dive into that, I have kind of a fun fact like you do, Matt. Little
Go for
tidbit. Bowling Green State University has played 2 of the teams in the Final Four this year in the women's tournament.
They played Iowa. Who else did they play?
South Carolina.
Really?
Did they?
South Carolina came to our place to actually.
Really?
That's right. I do remember that.
Yeah, because if I was in Daytona or else I probably would have went to that.
it's so crazy that everybody cared so much about the Monday games, the Iowa LSU and USC UConn,
Mhm.
and nobody really paid attention to the Sunday games. But at the same time, South Carolina's 36-0.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say everybody just assumed South Carolina would win, and whoever wins the other game is just gonna get fed to them.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's not even a competition, but just the names in the other two games is insane. Caitlin Clark's obviously the greatest scorer of all time in college basketball, basically.
Stat wise, yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
literally holds the record.
yeah,
So, I
for
mean,
all of them and tournament records and
Yeah.
whatnot. And then the defending champs and Angel Reese, also one of the best women's college basketball players right now. And then Juju Watkins, the best freshman ever in women's college basketball. I
Yeah,
think
for
basically
USC.
did
Angel
all those
Reese
records.
declared for the draft today. I don't know if you guys saw that.
She did. Yep, I did see that.
There's a
So-
lot of people who've declared in all the Final Four teams. Like, there's a girl from NC State, Utah. Oh, I think Bucher's is coming back next year. That's what she
Is
said
she?
on their senior night. She's like, "Well, I'm coming back."
Oh yeah, you're right. Paige did say
That
she's
was a
coming
huge,
back.
big old
I do
thing
remember
about
that.
it.
I'm really curious though to see if this like all the uptick in women's college basketball with Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese will lead to an uptick.
I hope so, man.
Even even a marginal uptick, like even like 0.5%.
Yeah, there'll be. I mean, there'll be something for sure.
An uptick is an uptick.
There'll be enough people watching them that it'll go up at least some.
Yeah.
Same thing with Sabrina when she
I bet
went crazy.
it's not in the college women's basketball, but I bet it's in the WNBA.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
no, that-
yeah.
that's what I meant.
People, I think
Hopefully they
people
follow
just see
her on.
Caitlyn and is her name Angel or Angel or my
It's Angel Reese.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
so I
Angel.
said it. Okay. So they're gonna see
Baseball.
them. Yeah, they're gonna see them go there, and they're probably gonna be like, "Oh, well, I might as well give it a shot."
Yeah.
And then if
Yeah,
they continue
that's
to
the
do
hope.
that there, then they'll be like, "Hell, maybe I'll just watch it then."
Yep.
Because personally, my favorite basketball watch is men's basketball, men's college basketball.
College basketball. Yep.
Like watching the NBA is pretty hard now, and then watching the WNBA is like watching the NBA. But the difference is the high-powered offenses don't exist, and the defense does exist a little bit more in the
Outside of
WNBA.
like the Vegas Aces and the New York Liberty are
Yeah.
fun to watch. Sabrina's team, and then the super team of what was it, like Kelsey Plum was on that team, Brittany
Mhm.
Griner was on that team. Oh
I'm blanking on the last one.
yeah, there was like 3 or 4 like WNBA superstars that were all on one team. So
No, because we were talking about Angel Reese earlier, and you know how much smaller WNBA pay is, but like I mean the uptick in watches and the uptick in attendance, could
and
lead to an
and
uptick
she's
in
gonna get
salary.
commercials.
They're gonna get
and-
commercials, deals,
exactly.
endorsements.
Yeah, it's all on the
Yeah.
rise.
Yeah, her and Caitlin Clark are gonna make back.
Pretty sure Caitlin Clark has a State Farm commercial.
Yeah, with Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
Because of the ginormous Nike ad.
Yeah, she's all over Nike, and then she also got invited to be in the Big Three, which
Yeah,
doesn't happen during the WNBA season. So she could do that and make $3 million.
I think it was 4.
Was it 4?
4. I thought it was 4 or 5.
It might have been
Because
You might be
Ice
right.
Cube came out and was like, we kind of did want to talk about this, but they offered her a year for like $4 million or something
Yeah.
like that.
That's crazy.
That'd be insane.
You best believe I'm doing that.
Did you see that they're already trying to like preview the 2v2 3-point shootout contest next year?
I saw
Someone tried
I
to
saw
slide in
Shams was
Clay
talking about
Thompson with
it.
Steph Curry, and some guy goes, "No."
That's
get
what
Clay."
Shams said on because he does like FanDuel TV or something like that, and he was talking about it. That's kind of the rumors going around.
Yeah, I hope it's not Clay. No disrespect to Clay, but I mean,
It's got to be.
He
Steph
just
Curry.
hasn't.
separate
He just
team.
hasn't been shooting like that anymore.
No, Clay. Respectfully, you're not like that anymore.
Yeah, it's got to be Steph.
Consistently
not
not like that
consistently.
anymore.
Yep.
You got streaks, but Clay's not what he was in 2017, 2018.
So,
Just from like basically 2015 to 21. Because he got hurt in
No,
2019, 2020 season, right?
Yeah, but he got hurt. He missed 2 straight years because he had the Achilles and the ACL back to back.
Yeah,
so it'd
and
been 2015 to 2019 or so. Oh shoot, it's 2024 already. So maybe like 2021.
So just whenever you want to cut off and just reset it.
Yeah, we'll come back after the break and
Because I don't want to be talking.
hop into the rest of our sports. Anyways,
It don't even matter. Look at Big Dog over there. He's tweeting something. What'd you tweet over there, Big Dog? You
So
tweet something. Tweet something.
Iowa beat LSU. That was a great game. The rematch. Talked about that one a little bit. I wish I could have stayed up and watched the Beckers versus Juju Watkins game. But those two are insane. Paige played every single minute of that game, did a little bit of everything, and Juju's gonna be a dog for a long time. Yeah.
Anywho, sorry.
That was it.
When you said Juju Watkins, it made me remind me of USC. And breaking news: Bronny James is apparently entering the transfer portal.
Is that official? I saw a rumor about that.
Yes, that is official. He is in the portal.
Yeah,
So
dude.
you mean we're gonna have
Ohio?
we're gonna have a backcourt of Michi Johnson, Xavier Thornton, and LeBron James Jr. off the bench?
I'm here for it, honestly.
I definitely got that name right. Name wrong.
Who?
Bruce Thornton.
Bruce Thornton, Xavier Thornton.
We played against
in high
Xavier
school.
Thornton in high school basketball, I guess. But
Yeah,
Crazy. I saw Caden Lafferty at the gym today. That had nothing to do with the podcast, but we made eye contact and gave each other like half a nod. I was like, I couldn't stand you in high school.
I think he's a cop now.
I do. I think he's in at
he's
least
a
in
cop.
school for it. Maybe.
Yeah.
he's a cop. I still would have made time out of my day to go punch that kid in the face. I hated everyone from Arlington. Still kind of do, but remember
We should have merged with Arlington
kind of off
way
topic,
before our time.
but
Definitely
it
should've.
don't matter.
So nice.
When we were at the
It was
club
so
in
good
BG,
sports.
we saw Arlington kids, and they came.
Oh
up
my
we were like,
God.
"Listen here,
Yeah.
big dog. We don't like each other, and why are you initiating
I
contact?"
was gonna say, Arlington and Riverdale kids were like all over Docs. That was there.
Oh,
Dude,
really?
yeah. When you were there, would you go a separate time without us?
No, just by the time we get there. I think he's going out to the bars. That's crazy.
Well,
I was
that's
talking
what
to
I'm saying.
you.
It's just like, no, I was talking to
You're
you.
talking to me. I thought you were
Dingling. You're the one saying
Quarter
I
branch.
went to the bars.
I mean, I saw people I knew at Docs, but I worked
Yeah,
with them.
I saw the.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
did see the kids from Riverdale. I mean, didn't want to start a bar fight there playing pool.
You wouldn't.
I think drunk me would.
I'm not sure.
My guy, you were just warm and
You
kept
had
going-
other problems. Than
I think
Yeah,
you say
dude.
you were just warm and kept going outside.
Shout out to stall number 1, dude.
Man.
All right.
You brought it up. You brought it
Yeah.
up. So, anyways,
Put
all
a
right.
Russian fruit basket in that thing.
Real quick, women's Final Four. Are we all taking South Carolina over NC State? They're 36.
Yes.
No, it ain't stopping.
Nope, Ryan with the wolf pack.
All right, fair.
All the way around. Might as well. I'm just kidding.
Or
South Carolina.
UConn. That's gonna be a fun
Who?
game.
Iowa or UConn?
Iowa and UConn.
My
Caitlin
heart,
Clark versus Paige Becker.
my mind's telling me Iowa, but my heart's telling me UConn. But there's no way, right? There's no way that UConn and UConn both win, right?
No, there's a way.
Has that happened before?
Probably not, since the same teams have never made the Final Four. Well, no, because UConn did that last year too, right? Didn't UConn's basketball team make the Final Four last year?
No, because I thought they lost out in the Elite Eight.
Maybe
Bugers
they
was
both
hurt
made the
last
Elite Eight.
year, right?
Yes, Beckers was out last year.
Yeah, she tore 8. Bugers
She
are
tore her
better.
ACL like super early.
I learned that like yesterday. Don't feel bad.
What did you
but-
say, Clayton?
But yeah,
I said she tore her ACL like super early.
Yeah, she
it was
did.
like
Yeah.
middle of the regular season.
I don't even know if it was that long.
Mhm.
Honestly, I thought it might have been preseason.
I don't know.
She
It,
did.
it could have been.
Hearing about
But yeah, she didn't play last year.
But
I'm taking UConn. I'm taking UConn, and then South Carolina's gonna win it all.
I think it's the year of Caitlin Clark. I do.
I think it's the year
I do. I think it's the year of Caitlin Clark.
going out
she's-
on a high note.
She's already come too far to not just finish the job.
She's a dog. That's hard to fight with.
There's just too much money on the line for the NCAA if Caitlin Clark doesn't win, so I'm going with Iowa.
Fair.
that's
They're
true.
gonna rig it.
But I think they've got
Both.
4.
What?
Like 4 well-known names from each team, right?
I
South
personally
Carolina,
don't.
Obviously, South Carolina is just a great team overall. They're
Yeah,
36
I
and
personally don't know any names from either South Carolina or NC State, but I
NC
just know
State,
South Carolina's a
actually,
really
sorry,
good program.
3 out of the 4 then.
Yeah.
Because you got South Carolina, who's been good
for a couple years,
since like 2018.
probably.
They started. It might have been longer. Who knows? But you got that. Then you got Beckers from UConn, and then a good UConn team, and then obviously you got Caitlin Clark, who broke Pistol Pete's scoring record, like we talked about earlier. Yeah, it's crazy. I think it's going to be a win-win either way for women's college basketball, whoever wins.
Yeah, even just looking at South Carolina's last game, when they beat Oregon State, their high score had 15. Like they're
They're
just
just
How
a
many
spread
people
out
quality
scored in double
team.
digits?
3. They had there, and it was all
I
it was a
agree.
player off the bench who scored 15. They had 15, 12, 10, 8, 8, 7. Yeah,
So yeah, they have like 8 girls who are really good.
good team hoops, man.
Yeah, you love to see that. But screw it. I'll cheer for the Big Ten team. I'll see. I want Iowa to win it all. See if that works.
I'm with that, but then at the same time, I don't want to cheer for Purdue in the men's side.
Well,
So-
I'm not doing it for the men's side. I'll do it for the women's side. I mean, I'll cheer for Caitlin Clark and
Yeah.
Iowa, but
I don't mind.
I won't
Caitlin.
watch it. Honestly, probably won't, but we'll see.
I definitely want to watch Iowa UConn. I don't really care about South Carolina.
When's
versus
that
State.
game?
Friday,
Oh, it's a Friday.
7 and 9:30.
When's the championship game? Is that
The
is that
women are Friday, Sunday. The men's are Saturday, Monday
cool?
for Final Four and championships.
Very cash money.
Yeah. All right. Move on.
Yeah. I mean, we got
Wrap up the NBA season.
Yeah,
I think.
And then I have a couple hockey things I would like to bring up as well.
That's I was gonna put that on the list here, and we should probably talk about the NFL too.
Yeah, at least a big deal that came down today.
Yeah, that. But we'll do
Oh,
it.
that did
first.
happen today. I forgot about that. So the NBA is in a really cool spot because normally at this point in the season, it's like everything's kind of wrapped up and we're chilling and done. But this year, everything is still up for grabs, except for like first place in the East because the Celtics are 12 games ahead with 8 games to play. So,
Yeah.
or 7 games to play. Sorry. So Celtics dominated. Do you think it's championship or bust for them this year at this point?
For who?
Pretty
Boston,
much,
you
yeah.
said?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would say so.
Because I mean, they have a couple more years with this team, minimum guaranteed, but still, like they're about to be a 60-win team. There's no way they're losing all of their last 7. So they're going to be a 60-win team. They've made the playoffs every year with Jason Tatum. Lost the last couple, got close, but like
Yeah.
with this
Nothing would make me
reconstruction
happier
roster,
than if like the Magic beat them in the playoffs.
that'd be so funny.
Yeah, I agree.
The Magic with youth and the power of friendship.
Orlando does have to face New York though, first round. If
As
it
of
ended
now.
today.
As
if
of
it
now,
ended
yeah.
today.
Right.
But like the
Cleveland
Cavs,
versus Indiana is gonna be nuts if that stays.
yeah,
It's gonna be a good one.
just depends on if Tyrese is actually playing well.
Watch the Heat slide into the 6th seed.
They could, man. They're
They
a
could.
half game out
Half a
there.
game out. Pacers look good.
Joel
though.
Embiid just got back, and they're only a game and a half behind the Heat. The Cavs are only a game and a half out of second place. Magic and Knicks are tied, looking for home court advantage.
Mhm.
I mean, there's no chance for the Nets to get back in it, so the 10 are solidified. But like, then you go out west. The Warriors have now put a little space between them and Houston. They're up 3 games now, but they were only up like half a game, like 2 days
Yeah.
ago.
Oh,
And then all of the play in there is still getting mixed around. The top 3 seeds in the West are still all within half a game.
had to go see
Crazy.
what PB meant by the Bulls playing birth.
Oh,
I'm like, what's PB? That's I'm like, there's no shot, right?
Bulls are rough, man.
So the West is going to be a lot of fun.
Every playoff matchup in the West is going to be so fun.
Like even after
Oh,
the
yeah, for
play-in,
sure.
like it could be a genuine toss-up of who wins.
I just feel
Unless
bad
you
for the
play-
Kings though, because the Kings are going through some injury struggles.
Yeah,
Like Kevin Herter's out for the season. I think Malik Monk just got hurt. But shout out to Domantas Sabonis. Broke the double doubles in a row record, right? And then or no, was it 20 and 10 games? Is that
I
what it
don't know,
was?
dude.
Something like
I'm
that.
the
Broke
wrong
Kevin
man
Love's
to ask
record,
about
but then he
basketball.
also has like over 70 double doubles in the season, and he's one of 4 people to have done that. Moses Malone did it like 4 times on his own, but yeah, still crazy. He was an all-star. I know that has been like beat to death by social media. Oh, he's done all this, but still wasn't an all-star. But still, dude's been insane.
So,
Oh, it's pouring.
oh
Thank you, Matt,
joy. It is supposed to change to a rain-snow mix tonight, so
That's disgusting.
that'll be
Enjoy
it.
your overtime, kid.
It is supposed to only be 36 though. So playing, is it 7-10 versus 8-9?
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
Mhm.
Or
It's
is it
7-8.
versus 9 and
Winner
10?
goes to play the 2 seed.
And then 9 and 10 play the loser
Play the
of
loser of the
7-8.
7-8 game.
Okay, so it'd be Lakers Warriors just like it was 2 years ago.
Yeah, one of LeBron or Steph Curry is going to probably get knocked out in the first play-in game.
Yeah.
Which is wild.
Yeah. We're game and a half back from Phoenix, and Golden State is 3. So I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say 9 and 10 are on lock because the Rockets are 3 games back, unless Golden State completely implodes.
Yeah, exactly.
So 8, 9, and 10 are lock, and 7 seed is a toss up between the Kings and then if the Pelicans can finish strong.
Yeah, Houston
The
was on that
Pelicans are kind of
heater,
cool.
but then they lost 2 straight to the Mavericks and the Timberwolves. So
The Pelicans excite me for one reason. Zion Williamson is losing weight,
bro's back.
and bro looks pretty dang good.
They've been real good.
He looks like what he should have looked at, like right out of college.
That's part of the reason I really don't want to be the 3 seed. I do not want to play the Pelicans in the first round.
Yeah, but I think Oklahoma City takes care of him though. Personally, I don't know about with
I think they
you
can,
guys
for sure.
with no Cat.
Yeah.
That's the only.
They're speculating Cat could come back by the end of the regular season.
Hey man, Embiid made it back.
I don't see it, but
That would be best case scenario for you to get him like a 15-minute game, like
Yeah.
15 minutes a night
he'd be
for like the last 2
very
games, and just be like, hey, you're like going to be 6th man of the playoffs.
yeah.
Go do the thing. You got
Still
Kyle
be-
Anderson in there at the 5, like, come at me, bro.
I say just stick Cat in the corner, parade. Everybody else can play defense. Just a
Yep. Just let him
Yeah.
let him shoot corner threes, and he could shoot 8 of them a game for all I care.
oh yeah.
Liar.
Yep.
Yep.
You just stand over there like this.
Give him the Kyle Korver treatment. Hope it works. Call her a day.
My man, Carl ain't down gonna be dialed in, but I'm locked in. Give me kids.
Give me kids. I'm sorry, bro.
Look over at A-Rod. What'd you say to me? I'm sorry.
Big Rudy's over there like
Who?
Rudy Gobert.
I thought you said
Big Rudy.
Wayne. I thought you said Wayne Rooney. I'm like, I'm sorry. Did I miss that part where he bought your franchise?
Yeah, so the whole A-Rod and Mark Lore thing fell out, but don't worry, Wayne Rooney bought this.
It's like, what happened?
You got it, dog. Don't worry.
I listened to a podcast.
He'd be he'd be the coach player, by the way. Somehow, some way,
that.
his idiot self would play.
Stick to DC. He's not even there anymore. But I listened to a podcast from a Timberwolves beat writer. It's the Dane Moore show, but they actually got Alex Rodriguez and Mark Lore on the podcast
at the same time.
Yeah, so it was the 3 of them, and then one of the other Timberwolves writers. But they got like the full scoop on everything that's been going down, and they were just hammering Glenn Taylor, and it was so much fun to listen to. And they're like, "We're gonna sue them." He had already signed the contract, and he pulled out of it.
Who's Glenn Taylor?
He's the guy who owns the team right now.
Oh, is he the majority?
Yeah, I think his name's Glenn Taylor.
So he's not the sole. He's not the sole owner.
Well, no sports team is ever really owned by one single person. There's always minority owners, but like
there is one man who owns one team fully.
Well, yeah,
and his name is Spencer Steer.
Oh, I thought that was a Cowboys thing, but
That's
No.
that's all I thought.
But yeah, Jerry Jones also.
And there's one team that's owned by
doesn't
millions.
own what?
the Packers.
Yeah, the Packers.
Packers. They don't have a majority owner.
Yeah, but I know who does own the Cowboys majority owner. Or who owns the Cowboys overall, sorry. You know what his name is? It doesn't matter his name because it's every quarterback who's played for the Green Bay Packers. It just doesn't matter.
That was good.
Well, there's only
That
been
was
like
good.
3.
Yeah,
That's
but
true.
all of them have been good. And it's a problem.
I saw a meme where it was like the Packers when drafting franchise quarterbacks and was like, "Do you see how easy this is for me? Do you understand?" I was like, "Well,
They're looking at the Browns, the Jets,
The Packers over there like
The
5 for
Patriots.
5.
Yeah.
they're not looking at the Patriots."
Yeah, and they're just like Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, Jordan
Jordan
Love.
Love.
Check. Done. The
Yeah.
last 30 years complete.
Now it's going to be. oh,
Meanwhile, I've been to 4 Browns games in my life, and I've seen 4 different quarterbacks.
you're telling me.
Roll Tide.
Did you go watch Terrell Pryor play wide receiver?
There you
I
go.
remember those
Rex
days. That was the
Miller.
0-16 days.
Technically, that'd be 5 quarterback. Dude, I went and watched the Cowboys. It was Dak and Zeke's rookie year, and that was when Terrell Pryor was still there on the Browns playing wide receiver. And we sat by this fake Browns fan who looked at me as they're losing by like 28 at halftime. Brownies for life. They didn't come back. Bro was
He got his
talking
chant
trash.
in and goes, all right, I'm out of here.
Bro was talking trash the whole time, but
Good.
yeah.
I know we transitioned to the NFL, but I just want to
Womp womp.
throw in a couple stats before we finish up in the NFL. DeJounte Murray put up a 44 piece.
Caught it.
Took him 44 shots to do it.
Dude,
which
did
is
you hear him?
wild.
Did you hear him? Kobe'd be proud.
Yeah, he goes, I didn't want to do it. I'm tired, but Kobe be proud. I'm like, pass the rock. I didn't watch the game. Maybe he couldn't. Maybe he couldn't.
Kobe
pass the
was
rock.
proud.
But
Trey Young's over there. He's like,
no, I don't. He wasn't playing that game.
yeah,
That's why he took 44 shots.
Trey
He
Young.
goes, hey man, give me the rock.
beer.
And the only other one was Jalen Brunson put up a 60-point game against the Spurs. And they still lost because Wemby put up a 40-20 game. And he was, what did I say? 2 assists and a block shy of a quadruple double yesterday. Dude's insane.
He's out of this world, dude.
He's an alien. Yeah. I mean, bro is just
Not even a unicorn. He
Yeah,
is
exactly.
an extraterrestrial who will probe your team.
Well,
I like the way you put that. Title. He will probe your team.
And spell his name wrong too. Victor.
No, it's just it's like Victor Wembanyama when he's holding the basketballs out with the alien emoji over top of his face.
Yeah.
They'll never know who it is.
Title.
I saw last
It'll
thing on
just
the
be-
NBA. I
Hey,
saw a
happy to do all
stat
the work
today
for
that
you.
said Victor Wembanyama has 235 blocks this season. That's more than 86.6% of all NBA players ever.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's nuts.
No one understands that he's 7'6" and then he put his arms up and he's like 11'6".
Basically.
No one understands that you just can't.
The only real thing I have for the NFL is the Texans robbed the Bills today.
Yeah, they
That's-
did.
They got 2 picks in that trade. I was like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, 5 and
Yeah.
6.
When they gave up Stephon Diggs, I'm like, oh, so they're gonna get like a first, a third, and a fifth back. And then I read when Daniel put it in the group chat, slacker, by the way.
I hadn't seen the tweet. All right, like, fuck.
Oh.
Boo,
I had-
Boo.
bad GM, boo. Anywho, when I saw that they got picks in return with Stephon Diggs, I'm like, that's not fair. And then I saw they got a 2nd round pick and that's it. I'm like, that's definitely not fair. There's no shot.
Yeah.
I don't know. The
Dig-
league's stupid in
What was
trading,
it?
man.
It was Diggs this year's 6th and next year's
Like,
5th or something
yeah,
like
5th
that.
or
Something like
4th.
that, yeah.
For this year's 2nd.
For a 2025 2nd round pick.
So next year's 2nd.
That's it. That's it.
Crazy.
That's it.
It's
nothing.
literally just because all of his crap talking of Josh Allen hit his value as a locker room cancer. That's literally what it is.
I feel like he's been like that everywhere he's been. That's
Yeah,
like 2
but the
teams,
last
but like,
2 and 3 dates, it's gotten a lot worse on Twitter.
Brady, I'm sure you were partying it up over there, knowing your franchise was only going to get cooked by James Cook now.
Oh, it's in his name.
how
So.
is Josh Allen just gonna run all over him?
That means
Yeah.
Josh Allen's about to have an MVP caliber season, but he won't have
That'd be
any wide
so
receiver
funny.
to throw it to.
Oh,
He
wow.
watched Patrick Mahomes throw to scrub wide receivers last year, and he's like, maybe I can do that and win the Super Bowl.
I've seen a lot of reports that said the Bills are probably going to take a run at T. Higgins now.
No,
If they can get T to replace
the
Diggs.
Bills
Might
should
as
just
well.
trade Dak Prescott, and then we get Josh Allen.
Just straight up, just swap
Straight up?
quarterbacks.
I mean, you get a 1-year deal with Dak
No, you
Prescott.
have to
and
give. You have to
and he
pick
hits free
You
agent.
have to give up a lot of picks for that.
Yeah, there'll be picks involved there because
No.
Josh Allen's on
The way the
extension.
trading's going, it's so rigged right now. We'll probably give up. We'll probably have to take like James Cook with Josh Allen, and then we'll have to give up Dak and like Rico Dowdle.
All right, so you want to talk about hockey, Clay?
It's crazy.
I do. So Frozen Four is coming up April 11th over in St. Paul, Minnesota. We got Michigan, Denver.
Horses trade.
It's Michigan, Denver, Boston U, and Boston College. I'm pretty sure that Boston College plays Denver and Boston U plays Michigan. So that'll be fun. I hope that both the Boston teams make it because I think that'd be kind of cool.
I
But
can't believe Michigan beat Michigan State.
I was gonna say, so it's just Boston versus Boston in the championship
it wrong.
potentially.
You said
yeah,
it
they
right.
were 1-2 at one point,
Boston.
and they played each other on ESPN. It was awesome.
That's
Boyston.
The only other hockey related thing that I have, that I have, Brady and I can talk about the next thing, but is Northern Michigan literally only has 6 players left now. More guys jumped in the portal after yesterday.
Yeah, but one guy's name is Viking, so they'll be fine.
Yeah.
Dutch.
He's
Dutch.
from Dutch.
Their other
Unless he
goalie
jumped
jumped
in
in
the
the
portal.
portal.
Sorry,
So if they pulled their goalie, they have one line.
Name's Viking.
That's insane.
Bro, got it.
Yeah.
No,
So I don't know what the heck is going on up
Dutch
there,
is
but
like
gentlemen,
Van Dyke,
Bowling Green
Freaking,
has
like,
nobody in the portal right now.
Icelandic, or
They have nobody in the
Swedish.
portal.
Nobody is in the portal right now.
That's wild.
You're in the wrong
I
part.
know. So hoping that we can convince a couple losers to come over and figure it out from there. So
I heard Austin Swankler's looking for a home.
he is. He's in the portal again.
Seriously?
I heard he's looking for
Yes.
a home.
Wow. What a guy.
Bro,
Little reunion.
Jesus. He'd have to apologize.
I would set his
So
car
many.
on fire. I know what kind of car he drives. I would set it on fire.
Clayton, is Eichler gonna get a job somewhere?
Not in Bowling Green.
Well, yeah, not
I have no
Bowling Green,
idea.
just
I
like,
can see somebody taking him, like some other crap CCHA school, but
do you think that there's a chance that like Eichler goes somewhere and Swankler follows? Like, is there any chance of that?
I know. There's no way.
Be interesting.
It would be
Would
interesting.
you want to coach a team with a guy that got you suspended without pay and almost wrecked your entire season?
All right, yeah, that's fair.
Like,
I wouldn't start that.
but I just
just
thought that the Northern Michigan dumpster
Right.
fire was kind of funny and it was worth bringing up.
Yeah. Oh,
That's great.
Then Brady, you got some big news out of the coast.
yeah. So one of the Canadian ECHL teams had to fold because the rumor was that they were in some financial issues. I don't know. I obviously don't know anything, but the rumor floating around was that they were having some money issues, as being 5 hours away from any other franchises. They had to fly everywhere.
Man, put the marker down.
But yeah, so the Newfoundland Growlers had to fold as of 2 p.m. yesterday. All of their ECHL contracts became unrestricted free agents.
That's so unfortunate.
Well, they were in a playoff spot too, so they did it. They did it so that way they couldn't be in the playoffs.
Hey, shout out to the team that wasn't in the playoffs before, though. So
Yeah.
free
Well,
ride.
Well,
Yeah,
what
like-
I'll get to that next too, because that's a funny part. But yeah, like all of their AHL and NHL contracts have revert back to the teams that they're signed to. So like Clayton and I were kind of talking last night. Goes, oh, these couple players could look good. All of them are on American League hockey contracts because of course
No.
they are.
Like there was a former Hobie Baker winner that I saw play in BG when I was a freshman who went to Minnesota State. His name's Dryden McKay. Third goalie ever to win the Hobie. And he played for Newfoundland. He got picked up by the Maple Leafs, and he technically has a contract with their AHL team, the Marlies. So that kind of sucks, but
Yeah. So basically, there's nobody worth the Walleye trying to pick up, really, other than maybe some depth.
there's one or two names in there that might be worth a look. But like
I said, there's
the Walleye are playing fine as is. I think that we just keep the team together and like don't try and rock the boat too much before the playoffs start.
And that defenseman broke the record.
Yeah.
Riley McCourt.
defenseman. Yeah. Saw
Yeah.
that.
Uh,
Our
but
boy B-Hog got the record yet?
No, he's still tied. But
Ugh.
the Newfoundland situation is really interesting. Because they're owned by the same company that owned another ECHL team in the Trois Rivières Lions. French Canadian. Yeah. Yeah.
Figure.
Really?
We got that.
Yeah. But
I thought you sneezed, but I caught on.
But you just called them names at first.
Yeah.
You didn't put the last letter.
Lazy
letter on,
Gobi
so-
but the Lions and the Growlers and one other team were all tied for the last 2 playoff spots in their division.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey,
So
let us just back out of this race real quick.
let's consolidate assets to one team.
Sounds like Liga MX.
But yeah, I guess there was like a deal struck to sell the Lions within like the last hour before the deadline, so they didn't have to fold and cease operations. But
Nice.
the Growlers did.
You guys can look into that in your own time.
Yeah.
The
There's
politics of Liga MX is crazy.
Yeah, but it's gonna be
Also-
really interesting though because the ECHL was trying to expand to 32, so every NHL team could have one, and now they're back down to 29 because they're booking to it next year, and now they're
Well-
back to below 30.
Well, don't have one company own two teams.
Well, but the issue is that the one that folded was at like the northernmost point in Canada, so they had to fly everywhere because they were
Yeah.
5 hours from.
It's just a money
also,
pit.
the next closest
They were
team.
splitting their money. So
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
It was the same thing why there used to be a team in Alaska too, and they had to fold because of travel.
well, yeah, because it's the East Coast Hockey League.
yeah, well,
Yeah, like spending I looked this up. In their last season in Alaska, they spent $300,000 on travel and played 6 teams.
Yeah, that's wild.
yeah,
You
they
can't
folded and
no
moved
like
them in.
that. No, wrong.
That's where they should be.
Yeah.
That's basically the same climate most of the year, anyways.
But I think that's everything I had for hockey.
I guess
Last thing I got is
Dylan
our
Budka.
boy Dylan Budka is making his UFC debut this weekend. So
same wavelength here.
shout out to him. Very exciting. And yeah, we'll be watching you on ESPN, Dylan. So good luck. Take him down, knock him out, whatever you got to do. But gentlemen, is that a podcast?
I
Podcast.
gotta read this thing first.
Oh,
All
okay.
right.
So
Send us out.
supposedly, Dallas Mayor Eric Johnson is lobbying to bring the Chiefs back to Dallas, giving the city its second NFL franchise after the Chiefs stadium tax got rejected by the county.
Yeah, okay.
I did see that got rejected, which personally I'm okay with because I like Kauffman
I
Stadium.
was gonna say, what do they need to do to Kaufman? Not
Nothing. They
Kaufman.
they,
I
just,
was
they wanted to
thinking,
move him
like,
downtown.
I don't know.
Oh,
They,
yeah.
They just drama. We'll get it figured out.
Always
Yeah,
something going on.
Yeah.
This has
But
been
it's
Hot
fun.
Take Sports episode number 133. Make sure to follow us on all our social medias at Hot Take Sports 16. Give us your best hot take. Make sure to use code HTS at SeatGeek for $20 off of your first purchase. Create an account, first purchase, $20 off. SeatGeek, code HTS. Thank you all for tuning in, and we will see you all next time.